This essay is, it's about my dreaming. Bobby Kennedy said, which was a paraphrase of George Bernard Shaw's comment, but some men see things as they are and say, why? I dream dreams that never were and say, why not? That single sentence is who I am. I am a dreamer, and I am driven. I'm almost 75 years old, and there ain't many people around in this world that are as driven as I am. Comma, but I am driven. I am a dreamer. But when I put into motion and to try to fabricate my dreams into reality, I often find myself having not just a single decision to make, but should I do this or should I do that? Or worse, should I do that? And sometimes, often, that stymies me from dreaming and putting all the pieces of the puzzle of my life together. And there is a lady that lives down the street from me, and her name is Maureen. And I've mentioned her before, and her family. But Maureen knows me so well that when I'm complaining to her about, I don't know whether I should do this, her answer is never, she never writes a poem or writes a sonnet saying, da, 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 da. Rarely does she go beyond 3 or 4 words. When I, say, I don't know whether I should do this or do that. And she'd look at me and say, do it. Yeah, I owe Maureen and her husband and her kids a great deal. But I was having trouble with Ginger. Ginger is almost 70 pounds of hyperactivity and is 9 months old. And she is, around my house, there's nobody that lives in my house except myself and Ginger. And around the house, she's perfect. I take her out for a walk or something, she sees people or another dog. That means there's somebody or some dog to play with, and drives me up the wall. Went to see Maureen I was walking the dog and ran into Maureen a couple of days ago. And Ginger saw her friend and got Maureen tangled up in her leash and I said to Maureen, she says, call Selena. I told you about her. Call her. And then she said, no, I'll call you, or I'll call for you. Next day, Selena calls, set up an appointment, and training has begun. But I went to bed that night feeling very good about myself. All the pieces of my puzzle of life are coming together. And then in the middle of the night, I thought, I'm letting Maureen make up my mind for me. I'm old enough to be her grandfather. And she's having to tell me how to run my life. That next morning was August 8th. And I wanted to go back to Myanmar to see a family that I care a great deal about, and also want to try to interview the lady, Aung San Suu Kyi. And instead of sitting around saying, well, should I do it this winter break from teaching, or should I do it? I acted. I thought, I'm not going to run into Maureen again and say, I don't know what I should. So I called up Patrick Morris, who has set up 2 different tours for me in Indochina and Myanmar or Burma. And the die is cast. I'll be there in less than 4 months, less than 3 months. But the interesting thing was that when I sent Patrick my email, I noticed the date on the email, August 8th. August 8th, 1988 was what is called the 888 Uprising in Sule Pagoda. A monumental event in the lives of the people in Burma. And I looked at that and so I guess I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. Read this essay. And I mean, it's a story about me, so that kind of is the backstory. The issue for you is what I'm wrestling with, my struggle to make decisions and being driven, but not being driven. I'm not the only person in the world that has that problem. Make up your mind who you're going to be. Decide. And like Julius Caesar said, the die is cast. Alias just est. And he crossed the Rubicon. I've crossed my Rubicon. And you need to cross your Rubicons also. Take care and good luck.